Sorry. um, I'm going to have to start this all over again. I'm sorry. It's having network issues with Verizon. And so we're going to end this video, and then we're going to discard that, and then we're going to start it again. Okay, so here we are. And I want to talk about, the concept of we have, there's often things in our lives that are not perfect, but we learn how to create some kind of a workaround to, get where we want to go, but it's not it's not perfect. But we learn to live with it. We learn that that's our new normal. Um, for instance, if you have like an electrical outlet that stops working, and so the immediate workaround is to drag an extension cord across the room from some other extension from some other outlet and plug into that, right? So you've got things working, but they're not. It's not the way it should be. It's a patch, it's a fix, but it doesn't really solve the problem of that electrical outlet that's not working. You need to fix that. Okay. And so where I'm going to go with this is I'm going to talk about a friend of mine, a person whom I have grown to dearly, dearly love. She's a wonderful woman, and unfortunately, she's married to a man who will not show affection to her. Now, he understands that she needs that component, and so he, you know, his solution, his patch is to allow her to go out and find other friends that she can get the affection from, instead of resolving his issue of, you know, making this work, learning how to fill that need for her so that he can be the husband that he should be. Instead, he's angry about it, and it comes out as, him berating her and degrading her and trying to make her feel like she's not fulfilling, what he needs. Well, it's two-way street, right? Anyways, so I was more than happy, because I love this person so much, to fill the gap for her, to show her affection, to make her feel loved, and et cetera, et cetera. And it just kind of, well, the universe brought things together so that I could see that, hey, this is not working for either of us. It was a patch, and it was just, I mean, it was almost adequate, but really not. There was, she would only, get contact with me because her husband wouldn't allow anything beyond, kind of inconsequential meetings. Um, and so she wasn't really getting what she needed. Obviously, I wasn't getting what I needed. And I couldn't move on because I didn't want to lose that situation. I didn't want to hurt her feelings. I didn't want to, I thought I was being the hero you know, by kind of filling that gap whenever I could. But it wasn't helping her. She wasn't able to look at it, how she could possibly correct the situation. It obviously wasn't helping me, because you know, I need to have something a little bit more substantial in my life. Um, and so, fortunately, because I am I'll, I'm trying obviously always to move towards a better situation, and so the universe was kind enough to put everything together where I had to make a decision about whether to continue with the patch, the extension cord, or to fix the outlet. Okay. And so it was a tough decision because I didn't want to lose the connection, if you get what I mean, for, you know, the interim period between extension cord and fixed outlet. um, and so it seemed like, I was losing something. And it seemed like I was taking something away from this friend of mine. But in actual fact, the truth is that I'm now working towards a more perfect solution. In other words, fix the problem and giving her the opportunity to move towards fixing the problem as well. So now she has the opportunity to approach her husband and say, here's the deal. I'm not getting what I need. And so we need to figure out how that's going to happen. If you're going to be my husband, the person you know, who is, it's his responsibility to fill that gap for her, then he needs to learn how to do that. And she needs to help him learn how to do that by making it a point of contention so that he's no longer given the uh she allows him to be like he is because she just goes along with the patch and finds other friends to be with and and then goes back home to an angry husband. She needs to resolve that issue so that there's no longer that problem at home. Now, it's not up to me to fix that. I thought, okay, I can help and I can fill in and I can, be the patch, but that's not fixing the problem. Okay. So I just kind of wanted to um, pass that little learning experience on to you, and hopefully there is some situation in your life that you can apply it to, something that you've been kind of limping along with, and it's okay because I'm able to get this and that and the other thing. But the universe wants everything to be perfect. Now, perfection is kind of a weird thing because it's like okay, so right now I think that X number of dollars is going to be perfect for me. If I'm earning that, then I'm going to be happy. And then you get to that point and you learn how to spend that, and your income level, your standard of living goes up to that, and now it's not enough and you need more. So there will always be growth because that's the way the universe works. It's always growing, it's always expanding. Whenever you get to whatever you had as a goal, you'll find a new goal. You'll be stronger and better and faster and wealthier and happier, and you know so it's a never ending issue. However, um that's the way things work. If you remain stagnant with the patch, okay, so I've learned to live with this amount of income, instead of, you know what, I'm going to figure out how to get to that amount of income. Or I've learned to live with this situation in my relationship, and but that doesn't fix it. What that does is allows the problem to remain and you to ignore it. And that's not healthy. It's not healthy. You have to figure out how to resolve the issue. And it seems, like I say, it seemed to me like a disservice to her to take that away, because I was feeding that part of her, the thing that she needed to feel loved. But it's not a solution, it's a patch. Okay. And so it seemed like I was being the bad guy by taking it away, but really what I'm doing is I'm opening up the door of opportunity so that the issue couldn't be resolved. And hopefully we'll still be able to continue a friendly relationship that will be much more healthy, and she'll, whether it happens or not, at least look at how it could be that she can fix the issue, or she can make the request to both her husband and the universe to have this be a better situation than what it is, instead of living with untenable. Okay. So, you know, kind of look at, are you allowing the patch to be the norm, or do you want to move towards something that's a little more perfect? And so you have to make that decision, and sometimes it's not easy. Sometimes it looks hard, and it's hard. Uh, you know, growth is strenuous. We have to challenge ourselves. We have to make an effort to get better, to do what we have to do to move to the next level. Okay, so um, thank you so much for listening in. I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and I'll talk to you next Monday at 6:45 or thereabouts, whenever whatever the universe decides is the correct time for me to start.